is going on, guys? Before we get into this match, I got an announcement to make. I'm actually going to be at PAX East this coming weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, all 3 days. So if you're going and you see a big, tall black man with glasses, give me a shout. Be like, hey, yo, shofu, is that you? And I'll be like, ha ha, hell yeah, it is. It's me too. Ha ha ha. Anyways, let's get into this match with my motherfucking boy Haydunn. This is my motherfucking boy. We go back to the sandbox, the apparatus, the jungle gym, the swing set, son, the monkey bars, all that. Nap time, son. We took naps together. Naps. Nap time, man. There's the nap time bond is unbreakable. This is my boy right here. This is Haydunn. Haydunn, man. Haydunn. Anyways, Haydunn, so we got a UU battle here. I haven't done a UU match at all, actually. This is my first one in X and Y, period. My team isn't really like a proper team or anything. I was actually using this team in OU, but I had a Bisharp on it, so I switched out the Bisharp for the Clefable that you see on my team. Now here, I'm going to go ahead and lead up with my Azelf, and that turned out to be a really bad idea because he leads off with Skuntank. Skuntank is notorious for using Pursuit and Sucker Punch. So, the first turn he goes for the Pursuit, which I expected, but the second turn I actually really expected him to go for his Sucker Punch because if I attack him, I'll do a lot of damage to him, but he decided to go for Pursuit as I switched out. Like I said, I predicted him to go for the Sucker Punch, so I decided to switch out. I always do that when a Pokemon has Pursuit and Sucker Punch because I always assume that they'll go for the Sucker Punch on the second turn, but he made the good play, went for the Pursuit again. This is actually really bad because he has a Registeel, and his Registeel has Stealth Rocks. And my Stealth Rocker is dead, so if he gets up his Stealth Rocks, I'm going to be forced to use Defog. Then neither of us will have Stealth Rocks, so that's really bad. But I'm going to go out to my Zapdos here as he goes out to his Registeel. And I actually make a very, very bad prediction here. I actually predicted his Gastrodon to come in, but he switches into his Registeel, so that was a good switch in on his part. He honestly had nothing to fear. Even if I have Heat Wave, it probably wouldn't have done much unless I was, you know, Life Orbed with max special attack. But anyways, I'm going to be forced to switch out here. I don't have anything to hit this thing besides Thunderbolt. So what I'm going to do is go out to my Clefable. I honestly saw this as the perfect opportunity to start setting up because I mean, it's a Registeel. I mean, what can he do to me? He can't really do much. So I sent out my Clefable just trying to get up some Calm Minds here. And he actually goes out to his Slowking. I honestly did not know what this thing wanted to do to me. I mean, I thought he switched it in as a special wall because, you know, Slowking has a really, really high special defense stat. So I thought he switched it in as a special wall, and I wasn't really too worried about that because I have Calm Mind. So if I go for Calm Mind a million times, he can't do anything to me. So I'm going to go for Calm Mind again, like I said, because he can't really do much to me as long as he doesn't have Calm Mind himself. But he fucking goes for the Trick, and that caught me so off guard. I honestly was not expecting that. At the same time, Specs Trick Slowking is kind of, you know, a standard set. But at the same time, I haven't seen a Slowking in I don't know how long, so I just completely forgot. I didn't even consider it having Trick. But here he goes for, he told me why he did this. He switches in his Primate, which is obviously a bad play because I went for the Dazzling Gleam, so that thing is going to vanish off the face of the earth right now. But he told me why he did this. He thought that him tricking me, the Choice Specs, locked me in the Calm Mind instead of locking me into, you know, instead of not locking me into any move because I actually got the Choice Specs after I used the move that I chose, so I could actually switch moves freely. So I guess he kind of forgot about that mechanic or something, but it doesn't really matter. It's pretty even now, though. He definitely could have saved that Primate for later, and it could have been very useful for him. But seeing how much damage the Dazzling Gleam actually ends up doing to the Registeel just means that I should probably switch out as soon as possible, especially because he has leftovers. He'll kill me in, you know, 4 more turns. Whereas I wouldn't even bring him down to half in 4 more turns. So I'm just going to switch out here. I'm going to go out to Henry. And he probably predicted a switch of some sort because he ends up going for the Thunder Wave. I didn't switch in my Nidoking predicting a Thunder Wave, but, you know, he just predicted wrong, which is, I guess, okay. It's good for me, of course. But once again, I'm really regretting not having a Life Orb on this Nidoking and having a Choice Scarf instead because it just doesn't hit hard enough. It really does not hit hard enough. If I had a Life Orb on this thing, I would have done so much more damage to this damn Slowking here. But you guys are going to see, it's just not enough. I might have even been able to 2-hit KO this thing if I had a Life Orb. I would have been able to go for the Earth Power and then the Sludge Wave right after that and killed that thing. But because I'm so weak, I can't kill anything. Like, I really think that the Choice Scarf, I mean, it's good. It's good sometimes, but it's really not as useful as a Life Orb. I'm really upset that I didn't put a Life Orb on this thing, but Either way, he's going to go for the sidekick, so I'm really happy that I switched out there. But then again, it's going to do a lot to my Zapdos because he was choice spec, so he's probably modest max special attack, so, you know, he's still a strong Pokemon. But I'm really, really regretting not putting a Life Orb on my Nidoking. Oh my god, this thing would have been out of the way, it would have been fantastic, and it just wouldn't, it just would have been gone. It would have been gone. It definitely would have been gone. But you guys are going to see here, he actually ends up going out to his Gastrodon now. Really, really wish that I went for the Toxic there. But then again, I didn't really want to risk him killing my Zapdos because I still got to go for the Defog. I got to get these rocks out of here because my Aerodactyl doesn't like Stealth Rocks. No, he doesn't. Oh, no, sirree. But at the same time, I'm looking at this as a great opportunity to Toxic his Gastrodon. But at the same time, he's looking at my Zapdos like this is a great opportunity to Toxic his Zapdos. And I'm not really sure who won this trade-off here because my Zapdos is definitely more important to my team than his Gastrodon is to his. So I'm pretty sure he won this trade-off. I needed my Zapdos very, very badly, and I allowed him to poison it just so I could poison his Gastrodon. So I'm not really quite sure if that was a good play or not. I guess we'll see later on in the battle, huh? But anyways, I'm definitely going to go for the Defog now just to get these rocks out of here. I'm actually not quite sure why he switches out here. He definitely had no reason to because I cannot touch his Gastrodon whatsoever. Damage-wise anyways. He could have just stayed in and scalded and recovered it and I would have died. Like, I don't know why he switched out. But either way, I do go for the Defog here as he sends in his Lepew. Definitely not threatened by this thing whatsoever because this is actually the Pokemon I tried to switch into when he killed my Azelf earlier. So this is the Pokemon I would actually bring in to Skuntank, so I'm not worried about this thing whatsoever. So I'm just going to go straight for the Thunderbolt. But he actually switches out again. I thought that he might have switched back to his Gastrodon because, like I said, I can't touch his Gastrodon. He's a ground type. I'm an electric type. The only attacking move I have is Thunderbolt, so like 2 + 2 = 4, you know what I'm saying? But he brings in this Cacturne, and Cacturne is actually a pretty good Pokemon in the sand. Well, I mean, there's no sand, but it's still strong, regardless of whether the sand is up or not. Cacturne has access to a lot of good moves. It has a pretty high attack stat. Gets Swords Dance, Drain Punch, Focus Punch, Seed Bomb, Sucker Punch, all that. So I didn't think that, you know, even after a +2, I didn't think that any of his moves would be able to take out my Clefairy. No, not Clefairy, Clefable, wow. I don't even know the names of my Pokemon anymore, even though it's right there in plain sight. But either way, my point is I'm going to be able to take this thing out with a Flamethrower no matter what it does to me. Definitely going to be able to break its sub. Definitely going to be able to take a hit from it at +2. So if he actually decides to stay in here, I honestly thought he should have just gone for the Seed Bomb and then switched out. He could have, because he knows that I'm choiced. If he's behind the sub, he can go for Seed Bomb, see what move I'm locked into. You know, if I go for Flamethrower, he can go to Gastrodon. If I go for Dazzling Gleam, he can go out to Registeel. That's honestly the best possible play he could have made. Rather than allowing his Cacturne to die, you know, after doing some damage to me. Because, like I said, he could have saved his Cacturne for later. He could have actually had quite an upper hand in this battle. But he actually goes out back to his Skuntank. He's going to go for the Pursuit again. There's really no point in me staying in or switching out. So no matter what I did, I was going to die. It really didn't matter. So I just decided to switch out, and he goes for the Pursuit, of course. So I'm going to die there, but I'm actually going to go out to Henry now because I'm pretty sure I can take a Sucker Punch, and at the same time, Earth Power does hit everything on his team for neutral damage at the very least, now that his Cacturne is dead. So I'm going to go straight for the Earth Power. Like I said, I really wish I had a Life Orb on this thing. It would have done so much good this battle. I would have been able to do so much more. Like, even right there, look how much damage that normal Earth Power did. If I had a Life Orb, that would have easily been a 2-hit KO. I'm kicking myself in the nuts right now, and it hurts, and I don't care because I deserve it for not putting the Life Orb on my fucking Nidoking. I'm upset. But seeing how much damage it did the first time, I'm actually going to go for another Earth Power. I knew I'd be able to take a Scald or an Earth Power from him, but he actually burns me, which is really annoying because I really needed my Nidoking for later. So I'm only going to be able to do one more attack before I die. It's so unfortunate that I got burned on top of me not having a Life Orb on this thing. On top of me not having a Life Orb, I got burned. That shit sucks. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. That play, this entire turn was just, it just hurt my soul. But the score is still even, I believe. I think it's 4-4 now after he takes out my Nidoking. So I'm going to go back out to Direct House, because his Gastrodon is dead. There's really nothing that he can, you know, do to my Zapdos from what I know of his team. So I'm gonna go out to my Zapdos. I'm gonna go for the Thunderbolt. Well, basically what I want to do here is weaken this Registeel as much as possible. But you guys are gonna see that did absolutely no damage. That Thunderbolt did no damage at all. It did like 15%. Like, Jesus Christ, Registeel, what the hell, man? Like damn. Like, chill, man. Oh my lord, it did nothing. Anyways, I'm gonna go for another Thunderbolt. I'm basically just gonna keep going for Thunderbolts until I can weaken this thing a little bit. Oh my god. What I wanted to do was weaken it for my Aerodactyl. I wanted to, you know, go for Thunderbolt, Thunderbolt, Thunderbolt until it was in the range where my Aerodactyl could kill it with an Earthquake. I just wanted to hit him up with the Mega Aerodactyl Earthquake real quick. But you guys are going to see here, he actually makes a really good play. He goes for the Stealth Rocks instead of going for Seismic Toss again. He probably thought that I would die to the Poison this turn, but that's actually not going to be the case. I'm going to, you know, live this turn with a little bit of HP. But the Stealth Rocks was still a good play because he's actually going to do a lot of damage to my Aerodactyl when it comes in. So like I said, yeah, that's a really good play on his part. Unfortunately for him, I actually did survive this turn, so I'm going to be able to get off another Thunderbolt. But either way, my Aerodactyl is only going to have 75% of its HP when it comes in. And he actually switches out here. I was hoping he stayed in because, like I said, I wanted to get... I really wanted to get him in the range to where my my Earthquake would kill him with my Aerodactyl. But he switches out, so that's actually very bad for me. I'm not sure if he realized what I was doing. But either way, he switched out, so it's not good. It's not looking good for me right now. But he goes out to his Lapew just to take... I guess just to take the damage, you know, Death Fodder. And I'm actually going to go out to my Drizzy Drake. I was debating going for Swift Swim here, but I'm actually glad I didn't. But I definitely should have gone for it the next turn, and I'm going to tell you guys why. I'm pretty sure that in the rain, even a Paralyzed Kingdra is faster than Slowking. But I honestly didn't know, like, what to do. I didn't know what to do. Because I knew he would go for Thunder Wave on this turn, definitely. Like, there was no way he wouldn't go for Thunder Wave. It's a smart play to do. It's the most obvious play to make. So I went for the Surf first, just to see how much damage it would do. And it's obviously a 2-hit KO. Even if he gets Leftovers twice, in the rain, a Surf will kill Registeel. He cannot kill me with... Oh, but at the same time... Had I gone for Rain Dance this turn, yeah, there was no way I could have won this battle. Never mind. Because that Earthquake actually left me with 65 HP. I'm going to take 15 damage from the Life Orb. And had he gone for Seismic Toss the next turn or Earthquake or whatever, I would have died. So either way, it would have been a one-on-one situation, probably, anyways. Had I gone for the Rain Dance, it would have ended up being a one-on-one situation. Slowking versus Aerodactyl, period. So there's really nothing I could do about, never mind. I honestly thought had I gone for the Rain Dancer, I would have had a better chance of winning. I mean, maybe if he ended up going for the Earthquake twice, but after seeing how little damage the Earthquake did, I'm pretty sure he would have switched up to Seismic Toss. So this is honestly my last chance. If I, you know, get a critical hit or something with the Stone Edge, with my Mega Aerodactyl, I'll probably win. But if I don't get a critical hit, there's no way I can win because I need a critical hit to kill this thing in one hit. But you guys are going to see I just miss entirely. So he's going to go ahead and go for the Scald. And I believe he gets a critical hit. Oh, no, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. It's just, he's just that strong. Either way, I was going to lose the battle. So it doesn't matter if, you know. Anyways, good game, Haydunn. Good game. That was an epic match. Very epic. I mean, I think we both made some avoidable mistakes, but at the end of the day, it was still a very good battle. So go check out my man Haydunn. I'll leave his link in the description. Holla at me if you see me at PAX East, and thank you guys for watching. Hit that like button, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time, probably Saturday or Sunday with some Reborn videos. Bye!